everyone. So, as I promised, I'm going to do my lives now on YouTube, and this is my first live, and I think this is such a good way to interact with you all directly. And before I do all that, I just want to say big thank you from bottom of my heart that so many people have appreciated what I'm doing, and big shout out to all of them, because as you all know, this gives such a huge encouragement to us to keep going. So I think thank you so much being a part of my, whether you watch my videos weekly or post weekly, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So I think a big shout out to all of you, right? And you all know, today we'll be talking about mindsets. And also I am an expert in mindset, especially the success mindset. um, so let's try out something, okay? So in the end, I would definitely open up and you can ask me questions, but in the beginning I will just explain it to you what mindsets are, because I believe, coaching for such a long time, that if you have the right mindset, you can achieve anything in your life, because it is the mind who's driving you to see yourself and how you view yourself and how you view others. So that includes the challenges, everything you see in your life, right? So that is all mindset. So in the simple terms, if we can define mindset, it is all about how you view yourself and how you view the others. And in others, it's not necessarily people, it means that challenges, the life, in totality. So that is the mindset. Now, what are the major mindsets people usually talk about, right? So we usually talk about, let's say, a growth or a success mindset and a scarcity mindset. So before I get into those two primary ones, let me explain it to you what really is a mindset. Because just saying that how you view yourself and how you view others or how you view the people is not enough. So mindset usually has subsets. And what are those? Are you ready for those to understand? Give me a thumbs up. Great. So let's talk about it. So those three things, which are basically which really makes you you, or whether you have a mindset or in the growth form, or you have a mindset in the scarcity form. So that defines you, correct? So if you're watching it live, you think about it. So three things which I'll be sharing, which is going to be FTS. So what is FTS? So FTS is nothing but, first one is feel. And I keep repeating in my videos and in my webinars and at every places, like, first thing you should know your feelings, how you're feeling. And I know it's not easy, so I'm here for you and I'll be keep doing such lives. It's important to understand how you feel, whether it's about yourself or whether it's about anything else outside you. So you must really able to connect with you first to make it go externally. Okay, so first and the foremost is feel. Okay, if you want to achieve a success or a growth mindset. The second one is think. Now, as we all know, in these days, everybody is bombarded with external stimulations, right? And most of us feel negative in nature, correct? So when you feel too much negative nature, so your thoughts are automatic, correct? From your subconscious mind coming to your conscious mind. So you really need to understand how you can control them to an extent, so you're thinking in the right way. Right now we are talking all about developing a mindset, a success and a growth one. So you really need to work on that area, right? So thinking, thoughts part, right? And let's talk about the third one. The third one is see, your perspective about things, how you see things. Let's say if you are like looking at a sun, correct? So what first thing comes to your mind? Is it the light? Is it the color? What it is? Correct? So when you look at the sun, you say, oh wow, it is so bright. Correct? Or you could say, oh, it's yellow in color. Or you could say, oh, it's getting little orangish. Whatever you're. So those are the seeing, the perspective part of things, right? So we have to build upon on all these things to get a growth or a success mindset. So people ask me, is it easy? Like I can do it, I can keep thinking positive and things like that. No, it's much deeper. It has a layers to it. If you want to become more successful, or if you want to become more, whatever you're trying to achieve in your life. So you have to build upon these things. And again, these things do have more layers to them. So let me give you that part as well, because it's not easy how you feel and how you can change your feelings or how you can change your thoughts. You have to work upon yourself for sure. So this is all about mindset. So once you develop, once you master, I would say, these three areas in your life, you're looking at life very differently. Now you are creating your life in different way. Now you're understanding these all things have literally science behind them. So if you leave out any one of them, it's not going to work for you. So a lot of people come and say, why is it not working for me? So I have a news for you, because you have to work in everything in totality. You cannot leave out one thing. So you cannot leave out your thoughts and you're just feeling about it. That's not going to work, right? So then you would say, why am I feeling this way? Correct? So like I always explain to people, like these are the three things, and they are very layered as well. So we might go in other live sessions how each thing works for you. Okay, so these are the three bigger things which you have to focus when you're developing your success or a growth mindset. Okay, I hope that is clear to you all. Okay, thank you. Thank you, QS Exteriors. Thank you. So now, as I said in the beginning, so I'll be discussing two mindsets. So what are those? So one is, of course, we all know growth and success. So why some people become successful in their life? Why? What are they doing differently, right? They are just like us. They have regular stuff going on the daily basis, but what are they doing differently? Which I explained to you in the FTS. And also, when you're looking at growth, a lot of people miss out that growth needs momentum as well. So it is not just one time growth. So please understand this. People who are successful, who do have a success or a growth mindset, they are continuously doing this. So another big one is they have a momentum to be on auto, if I can say that. Right? So they just keep doing things, correct? And there's so much to it. Like they never, probably I could say never give up. Correct? So this is another big thing about people who are successful or they have a growth mindset. So they are on an autopilot. They keep doing things. I'll just explain it to you. Okay, good question. Give me 1 second. And then we talk about scarcity. Correct? So scarcity is something where people are thinking they are not good enough. It's as simple as that. They feel they cannot achieve in their life. So they are operating from a mindset which is like, okay, I'm done. Once they fail in any project or anything they're trying to achieve, they just give up easily. Okay? So that's how this all things work. So you must know the importance of mindset. It plays absolutely pivotal role in your life. I think you would hardly find somebody who is successful and who's pretty good, who has not achieved success just by sitting there and just working on one of the areas. You have to work on all of them in totality. Okay, so this was all about little mindset so that you get some clarity upon it. Okay, now I'll take up some questions. Okay, so QS Exteriors is asking, how do you react to challenges and obstacles? So, like I said, when you're going to have obstacles, you're going to have challenges. The perspective part of it, now you have asked me a good question now. So if you have mastered your perspective part of it and you have mastered your feeling and thinking part of it, you'll be able to achieve it for sure. So you have to see things differently. See, let's say you have a major challenge in your life. Now you're looking at it in a different, with a little scarcity mindset, and you're saying, oh, how will I do it? What will I do? So you're looking at all the negative parts of it. But once you change the perspective, okay, I can do this, or I can overcome this and do something better. That's the thing I'm talking about. So all the challenges will become opportunities for you. Correct? So that's how you look at obstacles and challenges in your life. All right. I hope I answered your question. Okay. So next one is Anika Khan is asking, how do you handle criticism and feedback? Now, criticism and feedback is such an important one because when somebody is criticizing or somebody is giving you some kind of a negative connotation to what you have done or a feedback, what you could do, you must understand that where is it coming from. So have you seen a pattern, or have you you have to analyze the situation in totality, and then you have to also see that is it something you are doing or they are doing. So it's a two-way street when you're dealing with the literally to any criticism or any feedback. So there is a constructive criticism, Anika Khan, which we usually talk about, how you can look at criticism in the positive or constructive way. Now, if you have a growth mindset, Anika, then you would look at it, okay, I did probably something is happening. I need to improve on this and let me go with it. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Anika Khan. Thank you for that question. You are so welcome, QS Exteriors. Anybody has any question, please type it down and I can do it for you. So it's all about mindsets. It's all about how you can become successful and how you can change your mindsets. Anybody has any questions? So yeah, so that was all about mindsets. Actually, the other thing, like I would also put it here, like I think the Q60 is asking, see, it's very important that obstacles and challenges are part of your life, correct? So you must look at them. If you're not overcoming them, so start looking at them differently. Okay, and I think in my next live, I would go more details, what techniques you could do. So QS60 is asking another question, which is any tips for today, how to grow startups? Okay, so I think, I know when you're doing a startups and you are into that frame of mind where you are trying out too many things and you are just trying to prove yourself, it happens. When I started my business, I was in that space. And that happens to everybody, correct? So I think what you could do is, I don't know what stage are you in. Is it from 0 to 5 years? Then you have to analyze where you are, and then you have to see, break down what you're doing and what is not working for you, and on the other side of the page, what is working for you, why you started it. So what was the thing you started, whatever you were doing, in it's a business or it could be any professional or it could be any working, anything, why you are doing it. So once you know your mission, why you started with it, and that's clear to you, I know the obstacles would come, the challenges would come, but you would have a real good clarity why you should move forward. Again, the mindset plays a big role, right? So why you want to move ahead in your life and keep doing what you are doing, correct? So the tips for today, I would say, number one, analyze where you are currently. Number two, why you started what you started. This is for QS60. This is they're asking for startups, and which stage are you in the startups? It's 0 to 1 years. I mean, it's too early to, thinking too negatively. If it's 0 to 3 years, you can still give it a shot. If you're 5 years, then you know what has worked for you so far and what has not. You can keep changing and keep growing with it, okay? So that's going to be the tip for you, that don't give up so easily, and remember why you started it. So add your values to it. So that's very important, and your thoughts, what you had taken before, and change your perspective if little challenges are coming your way. I hope that was helpful to you, QS Exteriors. Yeah, so I know it's all about keep going, right? And I know, okay, let's see, I do also talk about risk management, right? So risk management is all about calculative risk you have to take, correct? So I don't want you to keep going and on a hamstring wheel that, okay, if it's not working fine for you, you need to somewhere analyze it very critically also. Okay, so next question is from Creative Tech, how to become a good leader. So I think one of the biggest things I could say, connect with people genuinely. A good leader has a, probably I would say to an extent, natural ability, and also they build upon the skill how to connect with the people, and they know how to grow themselves along with the people. So a leader never looks at something individually. The leaders are pretty good to looking at things, on all perspectives. So that's how they become a good leader, right? So you would find it could be somebody from your family, it could be somebody from your friends. You would find somebody who is able to connect to everybody in the room very differently and at some different levels. So they are either they are good listeners, they could be good in communication. These are all skills you can build upon, by the way, or they understand your problem very well, which is empathy, and they know how to find the solutions. So these are the qualities of a good leader, and usually most of them, I would say, have the natural ability to some extent, some percentage, but then rest is all developed, and they can, hone on the skill of becoming more better and better as a leader. So I hope that was helpful to Creative Tech, that how you can become a good leader. So you can try any one of these if you're planning to become a good leader, right? So you can start with any four of those areas. Yes, that is a very good question, actually. So it is all about, I generally say, if you look around, you would see leaders. Start with your family or friends. You would find somebody who's able to communicate, or who's able to put their point across well, or who's a good listener. You will find very good listeners, and you would also find somebody who's able to find solutions very quickly. So they are listening to everybody, they're gathering the data, and then they are coming out with the solutions. So these are all very skills you can build upon. Yes, Rockstar, that was a really good question. um, any more questions for me today? All right. I think thank you so much to all of you who are here who asked me such great questions. And so I'll be back again with another live and with another topic. And I'm hoping to see you all. And thank you so much. And you all have a wonderful day.